Alright, hello. Sorry if my video falls in the middle of this. The chapstick that holds up the suitcase that I record upon is being finicky today. This is the first video I'm doing after the first vlog. If you watched that, I hope you enjoyed it. It was cool. I think with this channel I'm going to put some different kinds of videos on it now, because I have I feel like I have more creative energy and like ideas that I want to really act out, and I'm starting to realize that this YouTube channel can be more than just, me doing this. It's an avenue to put out more creative content and kind of create the things that I've been wanting to create for a while. But that being said, the video today might be a bit rambly because it's an idea I'm very much still trying to figure out, but it's one that I'm really excited about. It's one that's been really fun and interesting and very foundational to my approach these past, I guess, 2-3 months that I've been living alone. And it's the idea that I've come to understand, believe, realize that I think life is fundamentally about brainwashing yourself. Ideas are infectious, all ideas. And what I've realized is my mind is 100% a effect of the ideas that I consistently surround myself with. So it's not enough to watch one motivational video, that gives you motivation for a day. But that doesn't change your mindset. It doesn't actually create an altered state of being. So it seems to me that I've realized that our minds are nothing more than the thoughts that we constantly entertain, the thoughts that are most foundational to our daily approach to life. And I realized I really had no idea what I was thinking all day, or what I was surrounding myself with. And my personality was very much a consequence of those ideas. So recently I've been really focusing on trying to brainwash myself, right? Because, okay, look, all the media I consume, all the people I interact with, everyone is always brainwashing me. That's all it is. There's no other real approach to it. Everything is just brainwashing, and our mind is a consequence of the things we brainwash ourselves with. But the cool thing about that is that if you're aware of it, it seems to me, I can choose what to brainwash myself with. And if I can align my long-term goals with what's the best way to say it? I can actuate my long-term goals by choosing to brainwash myself with a specific set of ideas, right? And it's really interesting and exciting, and I've started doing it, and the results are amazing, right? I can feel a difference in who I am and who I'm becoming. And what's more interesting is when I'm not becoming that person or being that person, it becomes very evident to me very quickly. I can tell that I'm not really in line, my thoughts are not in line with who I want to be. And I think that's really a consequence of what it is, right? What it is that you have to make a commitment to become the person you want to become. That's the way I'm kind of looking at it. And as part of that commitment, it is imperative that you take the correct steps. And the correct steps are brainwashing yourself with the right material. But the exciting part is you get to choose. Right? I get to choose who I want to be. I get to choose the ideal case, or the person who I want to be, like the best version of myself, the strongest version of myself. And then it's on me to find the ideas that support that. So I'll give you a personal example that's been like fascinating. So after I came back from Jamaica, I felt really good. And a large consequence of that was the people, the culture, the music. It kind of reintroduced me to a part of myself that I felt like I'd I'd forgotten or I'd not honored for the past couple years in my life, you know. I fundamentally believe one of the core ideas of my personal philosophy is that love is above all things. And love is the highest virtue. Love for self, love for others, love for community, romantic love, you know, all sorts of love. I believe that fundamentally, that is what keeps the world going. And that's what, you know, you have to find a way to share love through your work, through your interactions. Like, that's what it's about. Cool. Now, the past couple of years, I definitely had lost touch with that, I think, for whatever reasons. And I finally felt like after Jamaica, I was coming back to it. And so I decided to try and experiment with myself, and I stopped listening to all sorts of music. I stopped listening to any music except reggae. And I noticed a fascinating shift. My mind found it a lot easier to focus on the notion of love. And it became a thought that was not just at the back of my mind, but constantly at the foreground of my mind. And it started affecting the way I interacted and the way I felt about myself and the way I, you know, trusted myself and appreciated the things going on around me. And it's been amazing. And it's a consequence of choosing to only surround myself with a very specific idea. And so I started doing it with other things. And the results speak for themselves. I don't feel like I've ever been happier, more confident, and more in line with who I want to be than I am at this stage in life, thank God, right? And when I'm not, you know, those days or those even weeks sometimes where you feel off, it's easy for me to see why I'm off, because I just take a look at the ideas I'm surrounding myself with. What am I brainwashing myself with? What sort of media am I consuming? What sort of people am I talking to? And it just becomes, boom, instantly obvious to me. And that's really cool, right? I think the most dangerous man in the world is a man who can't be distracted. Someone who eliminates the distractions in their lives, right? So for me, again, personally, a big one is every once in a while, you know, I would say every 2 to 3 months, I get rid of Instagram for a while. A month, you know, probably about a month, I would say. I just delete it. I get it off my phone. Because I find that, for me, the cycle with Instagram is like this. Really, really good, and then way too much involvement. I don't know if you can see that, but like, yeah. And I get way too involved in it, and I find myself wasting hours on the Explore page, and you know, and I can tell that I'm not as happy when I'm in that last stage of the curve where I'm so invested in Instagram. And the reason for that is because there's no uniformity in the ideas I'm surrounding myself with. Now, there's a trade-off, don't get me wrong. I understand that there's a trade-off, that you trade off a breadth of ideas and a variety of experiences, and you sacrifice that for a specific set. But I would argue that why not? Why would you not do that, in fact? Because, you know, we live in a generation of paralysis by analysis. There's too much information all the time, and it's all available to us. And so to have an opportunity to isolate your mind to a specific set of ideas is really exciting. So I've found that that consciously brainwashing myself with a specific set of ideas is an incredibly powerful way to progress in life towards a character and towards your goals and who I want to be. And I just think it's really cool. I wish more people knew that. I'm going to keep experimenting with it and see how it goes. But I really wanted to make a video kind of about that idea. Yeah, I think we'll call it there for now. Alright.